Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be tracking the performance of my September stock picks. In September I recommended Nike stock, Delta stock, Exxon Mobil stock, Shire stock, and Molson Coors Brewing Company stock. I recommended these stocks on August 23rd, so I'll be tracking their performance since then and comparing it to an S&P 500 ETF. And I say this every month, but I will say it again. It is important to look at the long-term results. The results after a little over a month aren't that important, but it is still fun to look back and see how the picks are performing so far. So their performance over the last month really is not super important, but it is fun to see how they have done. And if you are new to my channel, I make videos on the stock market and investing, so if you're interested in that, consider subscribing, and let's get right into the video. First stock that I recommended in September is Nike. The symbol for them is NKE. And since August 23rd, they are down a little over 2%. Not too big of a move. I still think that they are a great buy. They're definitely pretty cheap right now. I think it's a good long-term opportunity. So overall, not great performance from Nike, but I'm not overly concerned either. The second stock that I recommended for September of 2017 was Delta Airlines. The symbol for them is DAL, and since August 23rd, they have done very well. They are up 12.6%, so I'm super happy with their performance. It is important to, like I said, just look at it in the context of this is a short-term performance, and so hopefully they'll continue to do well over the long term, but it is great to see an over 12% increase in a little over a month since I recommended the stock. The third stock that I recommended for September of 2017 was Exxon Mobil. The symbol for them is XOM, and they have done very well since August 23rd, being up a little over 6.6%. So great performance from them. They recovered along with the majority of the energy sector. So great to see this nice short-term jump. Hopefully they can continue to perform well over the next few years. Fourth stock that I recommended for September of 2017 was Shire. The symbol for them is SHPG. Since August 23rd, they are up 5.7%. So great performance from them. They definitely had a nice recovery here. They were up 15%, but they have since pulled back a bit. I still like Shire. They are a solid company, and I think they're pretty undervalued. So glad to see a bit of a recovery from them. Hopefully they can continue going up and perform well over the next few years. And final stock that I recommended for September of 2017 was Molson Coors Brewing Company. The symbol for them is TAP, and they have been the worst performing stock by quite a bit. They're down about 7%. I still think that they're solid. It is a shame that they are down in the short term, but it is really not all that important. I think that they will still be good long term, but they are down 7% since I made the recommendation. Since I made my predictions, the S&P 500 has been up 4%, so I will use this to compare to how my picks have performed since I made the recommendations so that we can see how they did compared to the most popular benchmark. So with dividends included, the September picks were up 3.12%. This is slightly under the S&P 500, which was up 4%, but I will now do this calculation factoring in dividends, and we will see where we fall in comparison to the S&P 500. So with dividends included, the September picks were up 3.38%, so still lower than the S&P 500. I will now calculate the S&P 500 with dividends since August 23rd. So with dividends included, the S&P 500 was up 4.25%. So sadly, my picks did underperform the S&P 500 by 0.87%, but keep in mind this is only 1 month, and like I say, it is all about the long-term returns. But I still wanted to make a video updating how these have done, even though they have underperformed. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below and consider subscribing. Thank you guys for watching.